Achieve your goals faster with the power of visualization. Visualizing can be so powerful, and that we've all experienced it, and it can put you in a situation before you actually get there. So it can make you feel like you've already experienced your goals or whatever you're trying to achieve ahead of time, which is great because usually the most frustrating and stressful time of any activity or any event is when it's the first time you've ever done it and you have uncertainty. So visualizing can increase your belief, it can increase your confidence, and it can help you to fill in some of those details or troubleshoot some of the challenges that may even happen with achieving your goal or things along the way. One of the first things you need to do is you need to set a specific date. Is this something I'm going to achieve in a month? Is this something I'm going to achieve a year from now, 5 years from now? It does not matter. But this will also help you to put in place what needs to be done, both the things that are going to take you time, effort, resources, people, staffing, finances, whatever it is. It's going to help you to clarify those types of things. So one of the things you need to do is when you have a goal, whether that's buying a vehicle, paying off your home, traveling, whatever it may be, get specific about what you're looking at doing and what you're trying to achieve. And when you visualize, you want to make sure that you try to use all of your senses as you can. So we obviously have visualization, that we can use our eyes when we close our eyes and we're imagining. Picture who's going to be in that, in my case, vacation. I'm thinking about going to Puerto Rico. Picture who's going to be in that on that trip with me. Picture the flight attendants. Picture how I'm going to get to the airport. Picture my family in this case. Who's going to be there? All the different types of things and all kinds of fun things we're going to be doing. Also, we can use our nose. We can smell. What do we smell in that situation? Is it food? In my case, I'm thinking about, because I love food, and I can imagine someplace on the beach in Puerto Rico where there's someplace either on the beach cooking food, and I can just smell the barbecue coming across the sand and across the beach. I can just imagine that. Or maybe the drink I'm going to have. What does that taste like when I'm down there sipping and just relaxing, knowing I have nothing better to do but just enjoy Puerto Rico? Some other areas are, what are we going to hear? Am I going to be hearing the water and the waves crashing up against the beach, or the wind as it goes through with that 80+ degree weather and just feeling so awesome? And then what am I going to feel externally when my feet are touching the sand? I'm crunching up my toes in the sand that's just warm, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm here. And I'm actually getting all into it just talking about it right now. And then also, not only the feeling of what it feels like for my external sense, but also internally. What does it feel like inside of me? What kind of gratification do I feel? What kind of joy? What kind of peace? What kind of happiness do I feel that I'm experiencing? Those are things that are going to be extremely important, and getting in real detail with that. And also, too, if we know what Napoleon Hill said about visualizing, pretty much was that what the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. I'll say that again. What the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So when you visualize well and you do it thoroughly with all your senses, you're going to have increased belief, motivation, and confidence that you're going to be able to achieve whatever goal you have. Like I said, is it a vehicle, paying off your home, being able to travel? What is it going to be? And when you do visualization 1 to 3 times a day, you're going to get better at it. And guess what? Things are going to come more into play. You're going to get clearer on that. And when we're clear on things, there's a more likelihood that things are going to happen, and they're going to happen very close to what we visualize. Nothing's perfect, but it's going to happen in that way. And you'll be surprised at some of the things and how amazing it is. I've heard people say they put pictures of magazines, of things from magazines, or up on their PC to have a picture of something, and in a couple of cases that person got the actual, in this case I'm thinking of an airplane with the exact serial number, license on it. They got the exact airplane that they were looking for, and that's the one they were visualizing on. It just happened that opportunities came about, and that was the one they looked at. Here's a pro tip to help all this out, is that I think, I don't know if you remember Years ago, the program The Secret came out. When that came out, a lot of people loved that program because it talked about how you can get your goals, how you can visualize, how you can change your mindset and your belief and everything else. But some of the criticism of that, where people were saying they did not focus enough on the idea of taking action. So you got to pair your visualization, your mindset, and belief with action. I think that's one of the things I messed up on for years. I was just hoping, man, hopefully I can be lazy. I can just do all this mindset stuff. I don't have to talk to anybody. I don't have to take an action. I don't have to go toward my fears. But it didn't work out so well for me. So I've learned to take action. So one of the pro tips and questions I have is, what activity can you take today, because there is no tomorrow? What activity can you take today that will move you 1% closer to achieving your dreams? So is that researching something on Google, like in my Puerto Rico trip, researching the hotels, researching the flight, researching different places to stay, researching how many layovers I might have on that flight, how many days I want to stay? Is that calling a travel agent? Is that looking at something else, or researching, or putting money, time, and investment into? It's not huge, but something that's going to get me closer. Because when we have those sunk costs, when it comes to investing and what we truly want to desire, our mind is going to be focused on the clear vision we have and making those connections happen. And when we have those sunk costs, we're going to be more likely to achieve and invest even more in making that goal happen. So here's to you in achieving your goals. And once again, visualize with all of your 5 senses, and also take one action today that's going to move you 1% closer.